jail and they'll ram the Holocaust down your throat. But nobody ever wants to talk about a boat called the Liberty. The U.S.A. Liberty, with friends like that, who needs an enemy? The jets came streaming down from the sky as 4 or 5 fishes went swimming by. So they napalmed the decks and strafed the lifeboats. But when the smoke cleared, she was still afloat. The Liberty, the USS Liberty, with friends like that, who needs an enemy?
We watched the first explosion. As we're watching the buildings, I saw a black, very large airplane fly right into the second building. Came out of the south, right in front of our eyes.
We got tons outside the pocket to fire. We should be able to knock it down with 2 lines. When know that? 78th floor, number 1045, call on.
Secondary explosion?
Yes, it was.
That was the...
Yeah, definitely secondary explosion. Because we was inside waiting to go upstairs. And on the way upstairs, the whole fucking thing blew. And we just collapsed on everybody inside the lobby.
Started floor by floor, instead of popping out.
It was if they had detonated.
Detonated.
To take down a building.
All the way down.
We must speak the truth about terror. Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the attacks of September the 11th. Malicious lies that attempt to shift the blame away from the terrorists themselves, away from the guilty.
The fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. I said, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull. And then we watched the building collapse. And
at the last few seconds, he took his hand off, and you heard 3, 2, 1, and he was just saying, "Just run for your life, just run for your life." And then it was like another 2, 3 seconds. You heard explosions, like boom, and it's like a distinct sound. This was a boom, and like you felt a rumble in the ground, like almost like you wanted to grab onto something.
And we have no term that I know of that says pulling buildings. That's not our area of expertise. We've never done that. We don't do that. So for him to say that, I don't know where he pulled that out of, but it's just not part of our operations, okay?
Right. So the fire department doesn't have the training to pull a building, to demo a building like that.
We're not trained to do that. We've never done that in my 32 years. I know of no evolution whatsoever that does that.
And then talk to me a little bit, obviously, as a professional in the fire department for 30 plus years, they're saying that blaming it on office fires, just a few office fires.
Well, if it wasn't so serious a situation, that would be completely laughable. That is ridiculous. First of all, our guys were up there. They were calling for additional hand lines to mop up the isolated pockets of fire. And let me just explain one thing. Never in the history of the world, never in the history of high-rise skyscrapers has ever a skyscraper ever come down because of fire. And I'm talking massive fire. And you know the reason why? Because fire does not burn by itself hot enough to compromise and melt steel. What we had in the World Trade Center, and I saw myself, was molten lava-like pockets of molten steel. All right, I spent the night on the pile searching for bodies, and I saw that with my own eyes. So who are you going to believe? Are you going to believe a bunch of government bureaucrats or my fellow brothers, which I lost 343 guys that day? And I can never forget that. I think of that before I go to bed. I think about it first thing in the morning when I wake up. And it's in honor of them and their family that I will continue to do everything I can to make the rest of the world wake up to the fact that this was a false flag operation.
Okay, it's filming.
How's the angle? Got the angle?
I got the boat and the
no trees?
A little.
You ready?
Well, okay, yeah.